Hello guys. So here we will discuss something about string in Python. So a string is basically a data structure in Python which is having some predefined built-in methods that supports string functionality. We will come to that one by one. Now here this is where is basically a variable which is having a value assigned to it called Python is a value assigned to a variable var. When we print this variable, we will know that it will print where, okay, it will print Python. Okay, it's quite obvious. Okay, the main thing what we need to learn in the string is that the string is basically immutable, means we cannot modify the element once it is created. That means we cannot insert any characters in this Python, neither we can delete it. You can try, you can look at here. Suppose this various variable, we can access every character using an index through like this. Okay, this var 0 is basically referring to small p. How? When we print it, okay, so this we are getting p over here. P means what? The 0th element of the Python string. Similarly, we can get first, second, third, fourth, and so on. So this every indexes is representing a single character in a string. When we need to print the first element as so on, we can do this, as you can see over here. Now the thing is that suppose the string is very large, we are not knowing the length of the string. Okay, we can use it using len method. It's quite obvious, but suppose the string is quite large and we are not able to track the last character of a string, and if we want to access it, just we need -1 and it will give the result. Okay, it will give the last n. Okay, fine. So here in the Python, small n is the last character of the string. Through -1 refer to the last index of the string. So similarly, -2 will the second last, -3 will third last element from the right side. Now the thing is that we are quite clear with the string. How does it work in the memory? Similarly, if you need to check what is the ID of where we can get this ID is basically doing what? This ID is basically the address at which the string is stored in the memory. This where is the basically the variable which is storing the reference or address where this value Python is stored in the memory. Now we can also have some kind of data manipulation in the string, like slicing. So similarly, we are able to get the 0th element, first element, and so on, even last element, and so on. We can also able to access the range of characters of a string. How? Like this. We are printing from 0 to 4. What it will do? It will print every character starting from 0th element up to 3, means 1 less than the last element. This is 4 over here. We will able to get 0, first, second, and third up to h. It will print. Okay, look at here. This is h. This is the convention and rules defined in the Python. How does it work? It will work like this: start, stop, and step. The first one will be the start index, the second one will be the stop index, and the third one will be the step index. We have not declared step over here, but by default step is 1. If we do it also, there will nothing change in the result. Okay, the same result. If we change the result up to 2, means from 0 every second element will be printing. Okay, look at here, P and T, because there will be only up to H we are printing, zeros we have printed, T we have printed, and after that we have do not have left with any other character. Similarly, if we no do the, suppose 8 is the index, 8 is the stop index, which is not, which is more than the number of characters in the string, so we can have a better clarity over here. So we are getting P, T and O every second characters are being printed over here. Okay, similarly, so the thing is that now if we change it like 0 to 7, no, okay, this is also a possibility. We do not specify anything over here. Okay, this we do not like this, so it will print everything starting from 0. If we change it like that, -1, it will just reverse the characters of the string. Okay, similarly, if we do like this and this, it will just reverse, nothing happen. Okay, the same thing, start, stop and step. Now we are clear with this. The thing is that now we are able to need to know what are the different methods we have in a string. Okay, so for that, if we do a dir on the var, means this var is a variable name. If we do a dir on the var, we will able to get all the possible methods which are applicable for this variable Python. So these are the list of this is a list of all the possible methods which we can have on a string. So but we will discuss most commonly used method in the string. This is like format. Format is doing what over here. Suppose we have declare a variable called string over here, and we need to access this. We need to access this string in our code. How we can do this? Just like in C programming, if you are aware of that, we have a scanf and printf, and we can pass, using a ampersand operator in a output, or means, and also to the screen. How does it work? Similarly, we have a string variable over here, and we can access the format specifier for this string. Means if we are using our double quote, starting with double quote, and this is a curly braces. So in the curly braces, automatically the value of the string means Python will be passed if we use this format specifier. Look at here, please. You will get to know more on this. Look at here. This is Python community. We are getting over here. Okay, this is Python community. In the first, we are getting Python. This is in the curly braces. Python is being passed using a format method. The string is a variable name, and the value of the string is Python. So Python is being stored over here. And this, after that, we have a predefined string, this community. So both are getting appended over. Okay, so why? Because because string, we can have a string concatenation using plus operator, but it will not very fruitful, because we need to be very conscious about the spaces and also for this thing, to get rid of those things, we have a format specifier. The other way around for using the string format is that this one, f string. This is called f string. The same output we will get over the format, the Python community. Okay, now we will see something more over here. Okay, we will discuss something like split functions, split lines function, join, index, find, and all, like, and other method like starts with, ends with, like strip, add strip, r strip, title, upper, lower. These are most common used method in the string, and any good programmer should aware of these methods. Okay, so how does it work? When we have a variable called hello Python, we have one string called hello space Python, and we need to break down this string to multiple chunks. So when we use split method, so split method we need to pass a separator on which it will separate the string. Here we can see that in between hello and Python we have a space over here. So space is a separator. So space, so in what does it, how does it work? The C Python is basically like, the C Python is basically a default interpreter of Python. So whenever it encounters hello and after that it will encounter a space, it will just break down the string and store the hello as first element. After that, whatever the element whatever the element or the word it encounter after space, the second will be that. So here the first element will be hello and the second element will be Python. How? Look at here. So look at here, this hello and Python. Split method will return a list of element separated using the separator. Here we have using space. However, if we use a comma over there, then we need to pass a comma. Okay, like this. So again, hello and Python both are separated. Now the thing is that this is the only applicable for a single line, but it is also feasibility that we can have a multiple lines in a code segment somewhere. How we can do this? So we have a split line method for that, split lines method. This is a multi-line comment, as you know that this is a multi-line comment, means we can have a multiple, we can define something in the multiple lines using 3 code. We can write multiple lines comment. And suppose similarly think this is the first line, this second and third line, we need to split these lines into each chunks, each segment. How we can do this? To split line, run it over here. Look at here, welcome to Python class is the first chunk, Python is your cup of tea, second chunk, enjoy it, third chunk. Okay, so this is a split line. Now we can also have a start with, end with, means we can have a variable over here. Look at here, we can might have a variable. Suppose I can give any variable like hello. Okay, similar thing, hello. Oh, okay, not hello, world. Okay, now here what will we do? We will just pass the first character. If we working with start with, we need to check what is the first character of the string it starts with. Here it's capital W, the block letter W. We need to pass that W and check whether it starts with W or what. If it's yes, it starts with W, so it is getting true over here. Similarly, it ends with D, but we are checking with N, so it is returning false. Okay, so it's quite easy. Now the strip, L strip, R strip, title, these are the things which everyone should aware of that also. A strip means what? It will just remove the spaces from left side and right side of a string. L strip only from the left side. Okay, I will give one example, you will get an idea much before. Okay, going to this. Okay, look at here. Fine, so we have this. Okay, now look at here, we have a new variable, and in the new variable we have a string hello gigs, but before hello gigs, no, means just before hello word we have some spaces, and after gigs we have some spaces. Now if you look at here, new we are getting a length of this string. What we will get it? Look at here, we are getting 19. Okay, 19 is the length of the hello gigs. However, 19 is not the exact length of hello gigs, it is also counting the spaces in between. So if we use new strip, and again if we do a length of that, means length of new strip, it will be much lesser than that. Look at here, this is 11, means it is removing the spaces in the string just before hello and after gigs, not in between the words. Remember that, not in between the words. It will just remove the trailing spaces and leading spaces. Okay, and if we do L strip, it will just remove the leading spaces. Okay, not trailing one. Okay, look at here, this is the Okay, as you can see it over here, hello kicks. It is just removing the left hand side or leading spaces. Similarly, we can have right spaces also over here. And okay, look at here please. Similar thing, it's quite CG. R just is basically what it is, very simple thing. It is very simple. R just is basically what it is, just adjusting the characters in a 20 word length. Okay, okay, just look at here. Look at here. This we have done what? Hello gigs. So it is just representing the same thing in a 20 characters. If we do it 101 or 201, whatever. Look at here. The size of the output increases, means this it is just filling the spaces in between. This is not that much used in the day in day out, just but you need to know this also. This is one of the method in the string. Now come to this partition. How does it work? It's quite important. It's very important. Partition is important. Okay, the partition method in a string is doing what? It basically divide the string into three part. Remember, three part. We have discussed split. It will split the string into multiple chunks based upon the separator what we are passing. But the partition divide the string. It doesn't matter how much characters are there in the string or how bigger the string is. It will every time divide the string into three parts based upon the separator. Means we have here space is the separator. So whenever it encounter first time spaces, it will just partition. Means first time we have, okay, look at here, first time run it, you will get better understanding. So we have spaces over here after this element. So this is the first element will be in the list. Oh, see tuple. In the tuple first element. After that we have a space. Okay, and after that we have a one single element. This all are single element. This means first element, second element, third element. Second will always be the separator. Separator will be considered as a second element in a partition division. Okay, now we can have also R string R string and much. I know it's a quite long video, but you should know this method, because you don't know when what happens, so you should be aware of the basic methods of the string at least. The string is basically ABC. Okay, this string is ABC. This is one string, one other variable over here. Now we have R index. R index does what? R index is basically check the first ABC. Okay, we are passing over here the ABC. It will check the wherever the means the first ABC is here, it will just escape it. It will not count it. The second ABC or the last ABC it will scan from left to right, and wherever the last ABC is there, it will just return the index of that location. And if it is not, and if the given string is not in the list, it will return error. So look at here. So look at here. This is 4. Means what? Even though this ABC starts from here, but it is returning 4. 4 is the index at A. 4 index of A. 0, 1, 2 and 3 for the space, 4 for this A. And from this location ABC starts. So 4 is the index position of the last ABC. This R index will return the ABC index where the last ABC starts with. So if we look at here, if we do this one, so it will return error, not found. However, if we do the same thing using R find, we will not get an error. It will return -1. Means -1 means what? It doesn't find. However, if we do the same thing, again we will get 4. Okay, the same thing. R find and R index both are same. The difference is that R index returns error, R find does not return error. R find return -1 if it does not find. Okay. Now we have discussed partition. Okay, now come to R split. R split, similar thing with partition. There is not much difference. Okay, not much difference. Now upper, lower, each upper is okay. Now this is important. Look at here. We have a string called a string called this is some jumbled characters, some block letter, some small letter, and if we do upper, it will just convert every characters into the block letter. Look at here. This is block letter. Similarly with lower, every two lower. Okay, it's very easy. Now come to here. This is a case replacement and all. To come to case fold. Okay, case fold. Now if we do a case fold will do what? It will case fold will again convert into the small letter. But the difference between lower and case fold is that sometimes the lower does not convert for means only for the AB alphabets in the Roman alphabets it works very well. But in other like Greek's alphabet or any other script it does not work well. So we have a case fold. Case fold doesn't have any restrictions like script based restriction means in Roman, in Latin, in Greek, in German, in French, every characters will have some some counterpart in next block letter and the similar one the small letter. So case fold will do our stuff. Hey, look at here. In every possible character is converting into the small letter. CAAC is the ACASB is the block, it is converting it small, and the small which is already there, it is there itself. Now capitalize swap case is basically convert the small into capital and capital into small. Look at here. Okay. Similarly, we can have count and replace. Okay, that is okay. That is a great thing. So count will do what? Okay. Count will do what? Count, it will count the number of characters. Suppose how it will do. Suppose we are doing like print string dot count, and we are counting what? We are counting D. So small d, and look at here. What it will do? It will return the number of occurrence of D in a string. Two times. Similarly for any characters. Now if we do replace, okay, now replace means what? Hello world. Okay, and we are doing what? Hello Python. Okay, now we are doing what? We are doing replace. So replace means what? We need two things. The old one, what we need to do? Hello. And the new one, what we need to do? Welcome. These are the parameters what we need to pass. Okay, and if we do it, it will return welcome Python. Okay, just replacing the old one with the new one. As we know that string is basically sequential data structure means what? We can sequential data structure means what? We can iterate over each other for each element. So suppose we have a var called hello, so we can iterate it. Look at here. It's very simple. They are just one day before the interview or whatever, you can have a look on this video and it will be, I think, much helpful for you. HELLO, it is just iterating every element in a string. So how does it work? How does the for loop work here? Basically, for loop is doing what? It is iterating over the each character of a string. So this iteration is possible with the help of iterator, and iterator is an object which is created using iterables. So iterables, so this string is basically an iterables. Okay, this is an iterable. This string is iterables. Iterables has an iter method in the dir. If you could look at here, okay, I will go to this it is not working over here. Okay, so if we do a dir, so it will show a method called iter, and iter method is basically helpful to create an iterator object, and the iterator object will have iter and next method both. So through iter and next we can iterate through for loop. So for loop is basically calling the iter method. Okay, so that is the that is a very simple illustration of for loop. How does it work? So unless the stop iteration error occurred, it will not stop its execution. As we can see over here, look at here, for you much understanding I will look at print dir and var. Okay, so you can look at over here. We can find iter method. Look at here, this is iter. So this is the iterables, list kitchen iterables which have iter method, and through iter method we can create iterators, and through iterator will basically working is responsible for the for loop execution or while loop execution. Now we can also look at here, this add as a method, so it creates a confusion to the to guys, that to person that why this add method is there in the string. We cannot modify the string, we cannot add or delete something, why this add is over there. So this add method is basically helpful to create a new string using the older one. Means we can concatenate two strings. How? Suppose here we have already var over there, and if we do var underscore add underscore, suppose we are doing what, random string. Okay, not random string. So if we do a print over there, okay, look at here, okay, print, and what it will do, just look at here what it will do. It will do what? It will do hello and this is the added. First, the thing is that what you are thinking of, whether the same string is concatenated or a different string is concatenated, means different string is created. So do what? Do one thing. Print its id. First print the id of var, and second print the id of this. Okay, id of what? This one. So look at here, both are different id, means a new reference is created in the memory using the previous one. Means this hello is concatenated to this one and the new memory is created. So what we have discussed till now is basically all the most commonly used method in the string, which any good programmer should know, and definitely this video will help you during the last revision of one day before the interview. So hopefully it will work for you, and if you really find it helpful, please like this video, and and please comment what you need to learn more in this comment. Okay, thank you so much.